Ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to begin, please be seated. I would like to seek your cooperation in completing the seminar by kindly switch your mobile phones to silent mode to avoid any interruption. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. His Excellency the Rector of Lambung Mangkurat University, respectable the Chair of the English Department, Honorable all lecturers of English Department, and respectable all participants of this seminar. Firstly, let us thank the Almighty God who has given us some blessing and mercy so that we can attend this seminar without any troubles. I am Andrew Panji Damai as your master ceremony in this seminar. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. We appreciate you for taking your time from your busy schedule to join us today in the seminar about giving a good public speaking. We hope you will learn a lot today. To start our opening ceremony, allow me to read today's agendas. First is the opening speech by Mr. Barry Fernandi, MPD. Second is the remarks or speech. And the third is the closing speech by Mr. Mahmud, MPD, BI. Dear audience, ladies and gentlemen, to begin this program, we are pleased to have Mr. Barry Fernandi, MPD, to deliver the opening speech. To Mr. Barry, please, the floor is yours.
Honorable Chief Guests, respected principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. It gives me a warm welcome for every one of you present in the interest of the entire school committee. I might likewise want to offer my thanks to all regarded judges who have acknowledged our encouragement to direct this school workshop for self-improvement. The school organizes seminars consistently for students to gain information and to be effectively associated with school exercises. Each subject chooses to the greatest interest for students of these schools. And additionally, guaranteed that the subject members are enjoyed and preferred. Last year, seminar was based on accent improvement, which has greatly helped the students in achieving an excellent accent in the English language. The reason for the class was to assemble our students just as staff, to communicate in English easily and effectively, also to emphasize the significance involving tensions, stagnation, and pitch while talking. Personal development helps students to gain an understanding the life-changing skills, and it will focus primarily on important aspects such as goal setting, leadership development, improve confidence, effective communication, and life coaching. Through this seminar, students will be able to identify their vulnerable places that include improvements as well as the usual change needed in their lifestyles. In addition, students will also be trained on how to improve their social skills. The agenda of the seminar will include improve your confidence in public speaking, debate, encouragement through various experts and real-life examples. I answer. The seminar will be profitable and the next few hours will be enjoyable and fruitful for every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barry, for delivering a wonderful opening speech. Ladies and gentlemen, as we finish our opening, to lead the next session, I would like to invite Mr. Fajerin Ilhami SPD to moderate the seminar today. I'm Andrew Panji Damai. Would like to say thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
This seminar. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Fajerin Ilhami, the moderators of today's seminar. I'm very pleased to see you here and welcome all of you to this lecture seminar. This seminar is conducted by English Language Education Study Program. This seminar will discuss about how to give a good public speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, today the speaker today is Dr. Alvin Dwiseptian Pinanggi, MPD. He is one of lecturer in Gajah Mada University. He has received his bachelor degree in English Education program at Lambung Mangkurat University and taken his master degree at Fajerin University in Psychology. Now allow me to welcome the speaker, His Excellency Dr. Alvin Dwiseptian Pinanggi, MPD, to deliver his presentation. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Alvin Dwiseptian Pinanggi with a round of applause.
Alright, so in this time, I will talk about giving a good public speaking for all of you. Whether we're talking in a team meeting or presenting in front of an audience, we all have to speak in public from time to time. We can do this well or we can do this badly, and the outcome strongly affects the way that people think about us. This is why public speaking causes so much anxiety and concern. The good news is that with thorough preparation and practice, you can overcome your nervousness and perform exceptionally well. Even if you don't need to make regular presentation in front of a group, there are plenty of situations where good public speaking skills can help you advance your career and create opportunities. For example, you might have to talk about your organization at a conference, make a speech after accepting an award, or teach a class to new recruits. Speaking to an audience also includes online presentation or talks. For instance, when training a virtual team or when speaking to a group of customers in an online meeting. Good public speaking skills are important in other areas of your life as well. You might be asked to make a speech at a friend's wedding, give a eulogy for a loved one, or inspire a group of volunteers at a charity event. In short, being a good public speaker can enhance your reputation, boost your self-confidence, and open up countless opportunities. Then, I want to share you on how to be a good public speaker. Number 1 is plan appropriately. Make sure that you plan your communication appropriately. This thing will help you. Use tools like the rhetorical triangle, Monroe's motivate sequence, and the 7 C's of communication to think about how you will structure what you're going to say. When you do this, think about how important a book first paragraph is. If it doesn't grab you, you're likely going to put it down. The same principle goes for your speech. From the beginning, you need to intrigue your audience. For example, you could start with an interesting statistic, headline, or fact that pertains to what you're talking about and resonates with your audience. You can also use storytelling as a powerful opener. Our expert interviews with Annette Simmons and Paul Smith offer some useful tips on doing this. Planning also helps you to think on your feet. This is especially important for unpredictable questions and answer session or last minute communication. The second is do the practice. There's a good reason that we say practice makes perfect. You simply cannot be a confident, compelling speaker without practice. To get practice, seek opportunities to speak in front of others. For example, Toastmaster is a club geared specifically towards aspiring speakers, and you can get plenty of practice at Toastmaster session. You could also put yourself in situations that require public speaking, such as by cross-training a group from another department or by volunteering to speak at team meetings. If you're going to be delivering a presentation or prepare speech, create it as early as possible. The earlier you put it together, the more time you have to practice. Practice it plenty of times alone, using the resource you rely on at the event, and as you practice, tweak your words until they flow smoothly and easily. Then, if appropriate, do a dummy run in front of a small audience. This will help you calm your jitters and make you feel more comfortable with the material. Your audience can also give you useful feedback both on your material and on your performance. The third is engage with your audience. When you speak, try to engage your audience. This makes you feel less isolated as a speaker and keeps everyone involved with your message. If appropriate, ask leading questions target to individuals or groups and encourage people to participate and ask questions. Also, pay attention to how you're speaking. If you're nervous, you might talk quickly. This increases the chance that you will trip over your words or say something you don't mean. Force yourself to slow down by breathing deeply. Don't be afraid to gather your thoughts. Pause are an important part of conversation, and they make you sound confident, natural, and authentic. Finally, avoid reading word for word from your notes. Instead, make a list of important points on cue cards, or as you get better at public speaking, try to memorize what you're going to say. You can still refer back to your cue cards when you need them. The fourth is pay attention to body language. If you're unaware of it, your body language will give your audience constant, subtle clues about your inner state. If you're nervous, or if you don't believe in what you're saying, the audience can soon know. Pay attention to your body language. Stand up straight, take deep breaths, look people in the eye, and smile. Don't lean on one leg or use gestures that feel unnatural. Many people prefer to speak behind a podium when giving presentation. While podiums can be useful for holding notes, they put a barrier between you and the audience. They can also become a crutch, giving you a hiding place from the dozens or hundreds of eyes that are on you. Instead of standing behind a podium, walk around and use gestures to engage the audience. This movement and energy will also come through in your voice, making it more active and passionate. The five is think positively. Positive thinking can make a huge difference to the success of your communication because it helps you feel more confident. Fear makes it all too easy to slip into a cycle of negative self-talk, especially right before you speak, while self-sabotaging thoughts such as "I'll never be good at this" or "I'm going to fall flat on my face" lower your confidence and increase the chance that you won't achieve what you're truly capable of. Use affirmation and visualization to raise your confidence. This is especially important right before your speech or presentation. Visualize giving a successful presentation and imagine how you will feel once it's over and when you have made a positive difference for others. Use positive affirmation such as "I'm grateful I have the opportunity to help my audience" or "I'm going to do well." And the last is cope with nerves. When we have to speak in front of others, we can envision terrible things happening. We imagine forgetting every point we want to make, passing out from our nervousness, or doing so horribly that we lose our job. But those things almost never come to pass. We build them in our minds and end up more nervous than we need to be. Many people cite speaking to an audience as their biggest fear, and a fear of failure is often at the root of this. Public speaking can lead your fight or flight response to kick in. Adrenaline course, adrenaline course through your bloodstream, your heart, your heart rate increase, you sweat, and your breath become fast and shallow. Although these symptoms can be annoying or even debilitating, the inverted U model shows that a certain amount of pressure enhances performance. By changing your mindset, you can use nervous energy to your advantage. First, make an effort to stop thinking about yourself, your nervousness, and your fear. Instead, focus on your audience. What you are saying is about them. Remember that you are trying to help or educate them in some way, and your message is more important than your fear. Concentrate on the audience wants and needs instead of your own. If time allows, use deep breathing exercise to slow your heart rate and give your body the oxygen it needs to perform. This is especially important right before you speak. Take deep breath from your belly, hold each one for several seconds, and let it out slowly. Crowds are more intimidating than individuals, so think of your speech as a conversation that you are having with one person. Out of your audience may be 100 people, focus on one friendly face at a time and talk to that person as if he or she is the only one in the room. Alright? That's all from me.
Thank you very much, Dr. Alvin Dwiseptian Pinanggi, MPD, for giving such informative and interesting presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally come to the end part of this seminar. Before I close the seminar, I would like to take the conclusion from what the speaker have presented, that public speaking is really useful in many fields, and how to give a good public speaking is we need to be prepared, master the material, and practice more often, because practice makes perfect. I'd like to thank so much to the speakers for informative and interesting presentation, and to the participants for very active participation. Hopefully, the seminar will be beneficial for everybody. And please give applause for the speaker and for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alvin Dwiseptian Pinanggi, MPD, for giving presentation, and Mr. Fajerin Ilhami, SPD, for moderating the excellent seminar, and also the participant for being active. Hopefully, this seminar will be beneficial for everybody. Amen. And before we close this seminar, we have a closing speech from Mr. Mahmud, MPD-BE. To Mr. Mahmud, the floor is yours.
First of all, I wanted to say thank you so much for all of the people who participates in this event. Thank you so much for all of the guests who's coming. Thank you so much for the speaker and all of the audience who's been a very good listener to the speaker. And then a massive thank you, huge credit for all of the crew who's been working so hard to make this event going well. I don't really have nothing to say here. I just really hope that after joining this meeting, after joining this event, we could implement what we've got in real life. Because what we've got here is such a precious thing. Not everyone could do public speaking. Not everyone could speak in front of the audience. So I really hope that what we've got here, what the speaker had already said to us, is not just something that we remember, but it's also something that we could implement in real life. And the second thing is that I hope that it is not the only meeting that we have. I hope that we could meet again another day, another time, another chance so we could share our opinion each other again. And the last is that I hope that after joining this event, after joining this meeting, we could be a better person in our real life. And to close this speech, I have a quote from my senior in junior high school. He said this like 5 years ago, but I always remember this because it is such a very important to me. He said that if you want to be a good speaker, be a good listener. So that's all from me, I think. Thank you so much for all of your attention. Keep up the good work. Don't forget to smile. Always be happy. The last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Please give applause for the speaker, the moderator, and for you all. I'm Andrew Panji Damai. As the master ceremony for this seminar, want to resign and beg your pardon of the mistake we have made during this seminar. Thank you very much for your attention and have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.